Hey, what's going on, Hammer fam? Welcome back to HammeredHead. We got a big one today. It's Evolutions of Vader's Secret Apprentice. These were pretty solid releases back in the day, where you get an evolutions of a specific character or type of soldier over time. This is a Starkiller iteration from The Force Unleashed. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of The Force Unleashed. I played it on the computer, and it was so f***ing clunky. I just could not get that guy to do what I wanted. It was just really tough to maneuver. And honestly, I kind of thought the story was a little bit cringe. Not my favorite. So all those fanboys asking for Starkiller to come back into the new canon, please don't. We don't need him. But I will say the aesthetics were amazing, and the action figures that came out of the video game were premier. These guys look amazing. Just looking at these three right here, really unique sculpts and looks. So we get the Secret Apprentice one, which is when he's just like Vader's lackey in the first half of the game or so. Sith Lord for like the dark side ending, I guess. This one looks kind of freaky. And then Jedi Knight, if he were like a full-on good guy. This, I think, is my favorite one from the set so far, just looking at it from out here. But it looks legit. Lightsaber's a little bent in there, so hopefully we can straighten it out. But overall, they look great from the outside. It's good packaging. We get a cheat code for the game, which I really would have appreciated because I could not get it to work. Big picture of his mask. We get additional accessories inside. So that's pretty exciting. We'll see what those are. And then looking at the back, you get a little write-up. Set in the dark times between the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Rebellion, Star Wars The Force Unleashed video game explores the aftermath of Order 66 and the continued evolution of Darth Vader. The son of a fallen Jedi is abducted by Vader to be his secret apprentice. As a young adult, the apprentice must choose his destiny: join Lord Vader and wipe out the remaining Jedi, or become a noble Jedi and bring hope to the galaxy. Pretty tight. Nice poster shot here, and then a glamour shot of all three figures. I really like that purple background. And then some of the other ones from the evolutions that we'll do reviews of. But overall, I really like the packaging on these. They're presented really well, and the figures look really great. But let's get them out of there and see for ourselves. The gang's all here. As usual, they do look better out of the box. Especially this guy. In the box, I thought he was kind of the most boring looking. And he kind of is, I guess, but he does have a lot more going on than I first thought. So the head sculpt looks a lot like Sam Witwer, the voice actor. So that's a fun touch. He's got a lot of different armor things going on with his outfit. So this sort of soft plastic goes all the way around. His shirt is torn up a little bit, and he has this bandage on, which has some blood details. That's a nice touch, and you can see that he kind of pulled his shirt up to wrap it on, because it's not symmetrical all the way around. A few belts. The buckles are finely detailed. You can even see the holes in them. And then he's gone sleeveless over here, which looks pretty cool. And then the pants are nice too. The boots have these wrappings on them, which always looks good. And I really like the back of his tunic here. It's kind of tattered at the bottom. It's a nice touch. And then his lightsaber is kind of basic, but oops, there's some rubber band chunks on it. But he holds it well and it looks good, so not a bad figure. Then the Sith Lord also looks phenomenal. He's a lot paler, I guess because in cyborg form, maybe his flesh is dead or something. But he's got these weird tattoos or scarrings all the way around. And then these claws that I guess were added to him when he became evil. The spike thing too. The face is really creepy. He's got that freak mask on, and the braid thing is a nice touch. The costume on his top is okay. It's not super exciting, but it is finely sculpted, and he has this cool shoulder armor. One of the coolest parts of this guy is his lightsaber collection on his belt. I'm assuming from various Jedi that he's killed, but each one is unique. Really cool design. I like how they did that. I really like this sash he has too, and then the soft goods at the bottom are really great. And then nothing really special about his legs. But this guy is really cool looking, and the Jedi version is still my favorite. I really like this coloring. The white really pops, and it complements the shade of brown that they used very well. I think his hood matches the soft goods a little bit better than like the actual tunic he has on his chest. It's a little darker there. But it's not too far off, so it does look really good. But yeah, all the way around, his robes look really nice. Good sculpting. The soft goods are used exceptionally well. This part on his sleeves is kind of silly. I don't really know what the point of that is. But it doesn't look too bad, I guess. I couldn't bend the lightsaber back, but that's probably just an issue with my own. And the hood does come off. You can see it's pretty much the same face sculpt, but with different hair. I think he looks kind of goofy like that, so I'm going to keep the hood on. And then he looks like epic Jedi hero. Really nice figure here. Yeah, this guy's definitely my favorite. He does struggle to stand up a little bit, but other than that, he's great. Here's the cheat code. It's for an aesthetic. Go ahead, steal it. And then we get this tray of additional accessories. It's just like a couple for each guy. But let's take those out and try them on. Vader's Apprentice version gets just like these Force Lightning additions to his limbs. So this one just attaches to his wrist. Slash form. Oh goodness. It's kind of tough. There we go. Then this one goes on his ankle. And this one on the other side. Oh goodness. So it makes him look like pretty video gamey, like he's charging up a power attack. I think it looks kind of silly on an action figure, but if you wanted to pose him in like an action sequence, it's a nice touch. The Sith Lord gets a lit and unlit lightsaber. Just looking at the unlit one, it's a really nice design. Again, very unique, just like everything else on him. I really like these 4 like emitter guards up here. It's a nice touch. And then we can just poke that right into his belt. That sticks in there really firmly. And I think it looks really good next to all the other lightsabers he has. And here's the lit version. Also has the knob to put in his belt if you wanted to. But that slides right into his hand. He's got a pretty firm grasp on it. And then he can do like some badass poses. So that looks really good. And Jedi Knight just comes with the one unlit lightsaber hilt, which looks okay. Nothing super crazy about the sculpt or paint, but it's nice. And on the figure, he has this giant sculpt in his belt where it's going to go instead of the standard like peg hole. But let's try to fit it in. It's kind of tough because of the way his like cape sticks out. but it's in there. Yeah. So I don't really know why they did it that way instead of just like the normal pegs. Once it's in there, it looks good, but it kind of sticks out a lot and it's not a perfect fit. But other than that, this guy looks really cool. Lord Vader sent me to kill you. The Emperor sent me to kill you. I dub thee Sir Hammer. The articulation is pretty similar on all three of them. They all have some version of a ball joint head and shoulders. Two of them have ball joint elbows and either like swivel wrists or forearms. And then swivel waist, hips, and ball joint knees, which are good. And ankles are kind of ball jointy, but don't go up and down much. Left and right is okay. Only real difference is on the Jedi. He has swivel elbows, which is really out of date, but it does look good, and he holds that lightsaber really well. So just in this pose, it's okay. And that about does it for Vader's Secret Apprentice Evolutions. Like I said, I'm not a big Force Unleashed fan, but it does look really cool. Each of these Starkillers is unique and special in its own way, and they're all really high quality. So if you're a fan of the Force Unleashed or Jedi and Sith in general, I would highly recommend picking this setup. It's definitely worth it. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page, and don't forget, stay hammered.